Welcome to Discourses by Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj Gondavalekar. Today we'll explore the February 14th discourse on Practice Nama if you want bliss, where we delve into how the persistent practice of nama-smarana leads to spiritual bliss and freedom from worldly attachments. When the body lacks or has an excess of any of the basic constituent elements, the metabolic system becomes unbalanced and causes illness. Dry ginger is a substance that restores the balance by making up for the deficiency or counteracting the excess. Nama, in a similar fashion, removes the obstacles posed by certain qualities or shortcomings in an aspirant and ensures smooth spiritual progress. So, whatever the obstructing tendencies may be, if the aspirant chants Nama persistently and with firm faith, their spiritual path is cleared and the attainment of the goal is ensured. It is the practice with some of us to maintain an ever-burning oil lamp beside the idol of a deity. Naturally, a supply of oil to the lamp has to be maintained. Similarly, one who desires that their lamp of bliss be maintained must feed it with Nama constantly. In other words, they must live in Nama, for that bliss has its very root in Nama. Just as coldness is a property of ice all over the world, so bliss is bound to be where God is. I would readily approve the doctrine, eat, drink, and be merry, but for the fact that it is based on the physical body, which is itself impermanent, and the joy vanishes as soon as the affluence declines. Man, on the other hand, should learn to be happy, irrespective of the circumstances. Learn to be one with God, if only for 5 minutes a day. The joy of those 5 minutes will surpass mere living for 100 years, just as mere haranguing for an hour on the sweetness of sugar cannot equal the pleasure of actually tasting even a pinch of sugar. It is true that there is joy in living, but the living that has no joy in it is worse than death. He alone can have a joyful life who lives in God, so one who really wants to live should chant Nama. Sri Samartha prayed that he ever remain united with God, while Sri Tukaram prayed, "Let me never forget thee." The plain reason for such prayers is that where there is God, there is pure permanent bliss. We should resolve to be happy in the present, leaving unhappiness for the never-dawning tomorrow. For one who learns to maintain a blissful mind in chanting Nama will enjoy himself all the time. Let me share a story from the Bhagavata Purana that beautifully illustrates the importance of Nama and how it leads to spiritual bliss. Prahlada was a young prince, the son of the powerful demon king, Hiranyakashipu. Despite being born into a family of demons, Prahlada was a devout follower of Lord Vishnu. From a young age, Prahlada practiced nama-smarana, chanting the divine name with unwavering faith and devotion. He constantly chanted the name of Lord Vishnu and experienced immense bliss and inner peace. Hiranyakashipu, on the other hand, was filled with pride and hatred towards Lord Vishnu. He could not tolerate his son's devotion to Vishnu and tried to change Prahlada's beliefs by various means, including threats and punishment. However, Prahlada remained steadfast in his faith and continued to chant Vishnu's name with even greater devotion. The king's efforts to break Prahlada's devotion became increasingly extreme. He subjected Prahlada to numerous tortures, including poisoning, being thrown into a pit of venomous snakes, and being trampled by elephants. Yet, through it all, Prahlada remained unscathed and continued to experience bliss, chanting the divine name of Vishnu. His unwavering faith and dedication to Nama protected him from harm. In a final attempt to kill Prahlada, Hiranyakashipu challenged him, demanding to know where Vishnu was. Prahlada calmly replied that Vishnu was omnipresent and resided everywhere, even in the pillars of the palace. Enraged, Hiranyakashipu struck one of the pillars with his mace. To his astonishment, the pillar cracked open and Lord Vishnu appeared in the form of Narasimha, a fierce half-lion, half-man incarnation. Narasimha defeated Hiranyakashipu and Prahlada was saved. Prahlada's unwavering faith and persistent chanting of Nama not only brought him spiritual bliss but also divine protection and liberation from worldly suffering. His story illustrates that by practicing nama-smarana with unwavering faith and dedication, we can overcome any obstacle and experience true spiritual bliss and connection with the divine. Therefore, let us embrace nama-smarana with unwavering faith, knowing that it is the key to spiritual bliss and protection. Just as Prahlada remained blissful and protected through his devotion to Nama, we too can find peace, contentment, and divine connection through the persistent practice of chanting the divine name. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of practice Nama if you want bliss. Remember, by persistently chanting Nama and recognizing its transformative power, we can transcend worldly attachments and experience true spiritual bliss. Embrace this practice with unwavering faith, and may it bring you peace and fulfillment in your journey. May Nama bring you peace, contentment, and divine connection in your journey.